everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. We should have a good one on tap here today. It's the Eagles coming in at 3-2, going up against the Vikings, who come in at 3-2. Now for the call of this Week 7 matchup, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Larry, thank you. We are just off I-95 at the home of the Eagles, Lincoln Financial Field on the south side of Philadelphia. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Minnesota Vikings and the Philadelphia Eagles. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Now Bradford, screen play, McKinnon. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down. And that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
And this is going to be incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. Now 4th down.
It's always a good play when you're able to bat a ball away or down, because if you actually tip it in the air, now the offense is getting a second shot at catching the football, or another receiver may come along and grab it out of the air and turn it into a big play. So if you make a play on the ball, make sure it's knocked away or down. Otherwise, there could be some jeopardy.
Now Sproles. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially given 15, and the Eagles take possession. The first carry for Ryan Matthews. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And a peek at the offense. And Matthews, a guy that we have to talk about.
And Jordan Matthews, Brandon, is an anomaly. Normally, a long receiver plays outside. He likes to work out of the slot. Does a terrific job absorbing punishment and catching the football.
Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. Quickly now a look at the defensive starters for Minnesota.
Eric Kendricks is another one of those bloodline guys in the NFL. His brother Michael also plies his trade as a linebacker. And Eric's trying to show him he's the best in the family.
Dancing to his left. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. Wentz to throw for it on 4th. He'll rifle this. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Nelson Aguilar, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. Wow, talk about a big fourth down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it and having that type of, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
They were looking for Johnson that time, and that'll bring up second down. The starters now on offense, and Stephon Diggs, our first chance to see him today.
Brandon, remember we had this conversation about how highly recruited he was in high school. Didn't quite live up to it in college due to some injuries, but boy, has he hit the NFL like a bomb. Stephon Diggs, a crafty, mature route runner who can go the distance.
Second down here after the incomplete pass. On second down, Bradford again. The left side caught by Diggs. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. First down coming there on the intermediate passing play. That's been a point of emphasis, they told us in practice, using those medium routes to keep the defense off balance.
And it wasn't just them telling us. We got to watch them practice it and work on it because they've been trying to fine-tune it and get it right before this game. And I think they have to be happy with the result.
So the D-line's going to spread out. Here's Bradford. This will be caught at about the 6. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a first and goal.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Sam Bradford with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is taken near the 13. Darren Sproles, the 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Philadelphia. Darren Sproles, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork, to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
And he's able to put it through. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. Over the middle, he's got Treadwell. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And when an offense is doing a nice job selling the play-action pass, a lot of responsibility shifts to the linebackers. They're the ones that have to determine run or pass and get to the proper places on the field.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. A big play there for Minnesota. And even 40 yards.
Today's receivers in the NFL, they're the complete package nowadays. We know they can run, we know they can catch, but they have those big frames now. So oftentimes they just out-physical guys downfield and go up and catch the football. And we saw a big gain as we...
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Jerick McKinnon, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. On the return now, it's Josh Huff. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. Back here with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We've had the kickoff to begin the first quarter. Now it's time for the second quarter kickoff as they'll take over with the ball 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Ryan Matthews. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
For a guy who went to college as a quarterback, Ryan Matthews has turned into quite the power runner. If he can only stay healthy, well, his numbers would be huge, I think.
His numbers so far, 2 times over 1,000 yards with the Chargers, 5 years there now in his 2nd year with the Eagles.
I know throughout his pro career, Ryan Matthews has been injury-riddled. But the best part of his game to me is his ability to break tackles and run with power and physicality.
And a prime example of that right there on that play. The play clock's running down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to...
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Nelson Aguilar, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Eagles have moved out in front. Point after now from Sturgis. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. And now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Play fake here on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. A second down throw for Bradford. Finding time. He's going to float this one deep right side. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nolan Carroll. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Now Wentz throwing on second down. He's going to air it out into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Following the interception, Bradford. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. It's one of those ones that is so hard to judge, but defensive holding there, that's what the referee saw. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now Bradford. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard. Partner, nothing complicated here. This is just a pretty simple drag route.
You're exactly right, Brandon. Instead of throwing it downfield, they just throw it underneath and let the receiver do the work.
It's complete to Diggs. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Now Bradford over the middle here to Rudolph. They'll get 17 yards there. And that leads to a Minnesota first down.
And those first downs do add up. The offense keeps the ball moving downfield and keeps their defense on the bench, giving them a chance to rest.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a first and goal.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Shipped together here from the D-line. And the offense in a great spot. It's first and goal from the 3. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
Bradford, and he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Sam Bradford with his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. On second down, Ryan Matthews. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. The tackle goes there to Linval Joseph. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now Wentz on third down. Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Chad Greenway, with a pick. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
The intended receiver was Laquan Treadwell, and it's second down. So they just got the football on an interception. They almost gave it right back the same way.
And, you know, when you look over to the bench after that type of a play, number one is pure relief. Didn't give it up. But it's not the coach you're worried about yelling at you. It's those guys on defense who just intercepted the pass who want to break over there. Hey, take care of the football, man.
On second down, Bradford again. And his throw here is incomplete. Johnson the intended target. And that takes us from second to third down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
So a second down incompletion now brings up third down. On third down, Bradford. A dump down to McKinnon. It's a gain of 5 on the play. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense, he's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Stephon Diggs, his second touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are going to take the lead. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good. And so we have the touchdown now. Here's Blair Walsh to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
One receiver left, 2 to the right. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's brought down after a good game. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Here we go now.
Wentz now on 1st down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Jordan Matthews, the one he was looking for. That'll bring up second down.
But he decided to air it out a little bit on that play, take a shot downfield, but the coverage was really nice. Able to get a hand in and tip it away.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Here's Wentz to throw. Caught. It's high. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And Sturgis. And another timeout called by the Vikings now. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down the coast to Orlando, where we check in with our friend Larry Ridley and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
10th carry now for Ryan Matthews. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. And quickly they get to the line. Now Ryan Matthews on 3rd down. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Here's Donnie Jones now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And take it right on the 30. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And it'll be Viking football here as they take possession. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, they'll get out to you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done.
First down, Bradford. Screen play, McKinnon. And he gets it down to the 32. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
Now Bradford on 2nd down. He's going to let this one go deep. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
A dump down to McKinnon. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make someone miss in the open field.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. To throw is Bradford. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Stephon Diggs, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. So we have the touchdown. Now here's Blair Walsh to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now the Eagles offense back out onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
He was looking for Matthews that time, and now it's second down.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot. One
shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
Second down following the incompletion. Back to the air on second down. Wentz. Left side, caught by Matthews. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Wentz going to try and throw on third. Hard throw, incomplete. The veteran Brent Selleck, the one he was looking for. And it's now 4th and 3. Here's Donnie Jones now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. That's taken on the 25. It'll be a net of 39. 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. And now out comes Minnesota. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
That confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. The drive starts with a handoff to McKinnon. Oh, nice move. And he's brought down. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Here's McKinnon. It goes as a pickup of 23, and it'll be a Minnesota first down.
When you see a big-time run to the outside, it always comes back to setting the edge, doesn't it?
Absolutely, and they were perfect in setting the edge there.
And the funny part is, both sides of the ball talk about it. The offense has to set the edge so you can get outside. The defense wants to set the edge to control things so they can kick the run back inside.
Offense wins there.
Offense won big.
4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a second down. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is...
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. So they're operating in the red zone. They go play action here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
He took a hit on that last play. Now let's see how he and the offense respond on second. And they're going to go soft on the corners. Now Bradford. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point. And now off to the races. Down the right side. Picked off by Quan Williams. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Charles, we've seen them target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many, because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. Well, they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points.
And the lead is down to 2. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he is going to be taken down inside the 5 at the 4-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And last time, decent field position through the pick-6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them. Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try to put a stop to it and put people on him.
And he'll have the first down as he's up to about the 18. And now they're in the hurry-up. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So 5 yards remain now, still first down. Now McKinnon. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. 2nd down, Bradford. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. And the Eagles will go with an extra DB here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd.
Thinking pass all the way.
Bradford. Now the old pass completion for no gain. Not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
Sproles, the return. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
31 yards on the punt there. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
And one of the things that makes this play so difficult to defend is that it has so many options to it. And the quarterback has to go through them and fast. Do you hand it off inside? Do you keep it yourself? Do you pitch it to a trailing back? On this play, it's hard to say that he made the right decision because that play was swallowed up for no gain.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. And leading here late, so a chance for the defense to really close out this game if they can halt the offense. First down, a run with Smallwood. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Like any team, they would have loved to have had more yards on that run, but it looks like they just want to get to the 2-minute warning and see what they want to do after that.
Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. On 2nd down, here's Wentz. He finds his target. It's Matthews. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Back to throw. And this will be incomplete. He was looking to hit Ryan Matthews there out of the backfield. And now it's 3rd down.
I remember growing up playing basketball, my coaches always talked about communicating on defense, making sure you talk on defense, know where your screens are, know where the cuts are coming from, who has who. Well, guess what? It's the same thing in football. Even though there's more noise out there, you can hear all the screams of screen, screen. This defense, the bench, everyone let them know what the play was, and that's why they were able to react and knock the ball away.
And Moore has it. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Fresh set of downs here. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot.
And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And now the offense operates in the red zone. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. And they'll run it here. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. He lost 2 there. And it's 3rd down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one. Maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
Another timeout called by the Vikings now. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Back to throw. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Now that was an impressive drive. but I think we're going to talk about being way more impressive because of who led them. A rookie quarterback in that spot, putting his team in front, that's big league.
And the lead is up to 5. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. The rookie Jalen Mills with a pick. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. Only one timeout defensively, so this should just be a simple kneel down.
I agree totally. I looked at my time management chart. It says take a knee, victory formation. They just have one timeout left, and that should be all she wrote.
By the way, it's a good thing you can read that because nobody else can.
Not with my chicken scratch. Not at all.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles, and really the difference, obviously, was that fourth quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback. Because we've been in games before. We've done games where you just look at one team and realize they have no chance of making it back. Not in the one we just saw here. They did it, and they did it well.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles are winners here as we say so long from Philadelphia.